And welcome back to another episode of Life in Prison. As always, my name is Zach. So unfortunately, I spent 5 years of my life in maximum security prison, West Virginia, Huttonsville, and Mount Olive. Since returning, I've dedicated my life and got my medical degree, and I'm currently working in an urgent care helping others who cannot help themselves, unfortunately. What I also do is speak about my time while I was in prison, along with the time that I've gotten out. I also do video chats with inmates still locked up in prison serving time, regardless if it's for murder, doing a life sentence, for drug charges, or robbery, giving you guys a first-hand look what it's actually like living life in prison. So today's gonna be a little bit different. I am going to be doing a response video to Jay Williams' I'm Living Life's channel. The other day, he did pretty much a prison YouTube do's and don'ts for the prison genre. The man's very successful, and I show him a lot of respect. You know, I look up to anybody who has jumped on this platform doing the same thing that I'm doing, but has become successful. At the end of the day, that's the only thing you can do. Look up to the ones who are successful in the thing that you're doing and take notes. That's the only thing you can do. Unfortunately, I've seen a lot of people pretty much ruin their own channel because they get into their own heads. And this is what I mean, right? Every prison YouTuber that comes out and starts a channel pretty much boils down to this. They want to show the world how they did their prison time and how to prevent people from going down the same paths, correct? Well, a lot of people stay on that track, as they should. But as we all know, there's so much drama that goes on in prison and then unfortunately ends up spilling out on here, onto the streets, and straight on YouTube for the world to see. 1 minute, you're preaching how you shouldn't be gang banging, you shouldn't be doing this, staying out of trouble. The next minute, you're talking about some other man, and you completely lose sight in exactly what you came here to do in the first place. Now, I'm not going to anyone's neck. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, we came on here for a reason, you know. The only way you're going to become successful is, as he said, being yourself. Not only that, consistent uploading and not telling any lies. Because you got to think, YouTube is literally Sherlock Holmes. When we stare into the cameras and we might see ourselves on a screen, there's thousands of other people that are also looking at you. If you start talking about, well, I was doing this and I was doing that and I'm going to do this, they're going to start doing their investigation. And whenever they do those investigations, it's going to be more thorough than any FBI investigator could ever do. Plus, you've got about thousands of people on team looking and tracing for things that what you might have said, what you may not have said. This is what I've definitely come to learn. There's a few individuals that I respect, right? And I show support out here on YouTube. Some prison creators and some non-prison creators. What I've seen though, as I said, I've seen so far 2 channels completely ruin themselves because they got in their own head. They couldn't handle that another individual might be gaining more subscribers and views than they do. So what they'll do is start making up these weird lies and accusations, starting drama, and end up putting their foot in their own mouth and completely destroying their channels. I don't understand, because Jay said it the best way, right? At the end of the day, it's you against you pretty much on here, right? You're your worst enemy. If you put up more videos, the more views you will obviously get. Now, then again, you have to be pretty much charismatic and know what to do and what to say on camera. If you're boring, if you're monotone, if you don't know, if you have no character, you might not make it, you know, it might take a little bit longer. But what you can't do is if you see somebody getting X amount of views or X amount of subscribers, turning your focus off why you came here in the first place to prevent others from going down the same path, you now start drama with these other individuals. Now, obviously drama channels do and become successful, but that's what they are. They are drama channels. They're not prison creators now starting drama. You know what I'm saying? Now, I watch and I listen and I hear everything. I might put my 2 cents in here and there, but at the end of the day, no YouTuber out there ever at all is going to affect my life where I can't pay my bills, where I have no gas in my car, I don't have food in my fridge, I don't have clothes on my back. Do you get what I'm saying? No matter how much anybody may say or talk about you, it's never going to alter the course of your life. The only way someone may say that may alter the course of your life is if it's actually facts and truth that they're speaking about, such as all of a sudden we all find out that you actually ratted, or that you touched on somewhere, got a funny charge. That's the only way your life is going to be affected, but ultimately that's because of something that you did in the first place, not because of what the next man had to say. They just spoke on something that you did, right? I hate seeing good individuals get dragged in the drama on YouTube that have no reason being in it. It's only hurting them. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about this. The more time that you take on speaking on another man is the less time that you have to be able to make something creative for your own, right? So if someone is this big piece of crap and you don't support nothing they do, the more you talk about them and put their name out there, the more you are promoting them, right? Even if it's in a negative light and even if they're pieces of crap, right? Because there's a lot of negative, disgusting people out there online, right? But if you concern and consume your whole day focusing on this one piece of shit, whatever it may be, right? No good for nothing, whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, there's a lot of prison creators out there that I enjoy watching. I like their story and I want to keep hearing their story. But sometimes these trolls, these drama channels that have really nothing going on for them will pull them and suck them in and get them completely off their focus on why they came here in the first place. You know, just because people may not have been in gangs or may not have put in all this crazy stuff that some other people did, doesn't mean that they don't have a story out there. You know, there's a lot of prison creators out there that aren't gang affiliated. You know what I'm saying? Josh, Jay, for instance, you know what I mean? They have no gang ties. Also Spencer, you know what I'm saying? Did Fed time, not gang affiliated, but it's what you bring to the table. Whenever you come to YouTube and you sit there and you spit your story to everyone to hear, that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what matters. Not what Joe Blow did yesterday or what he said 10 years ago or whatever may happen. Like, if these people want to run around and hang out with child molesters or rats, whatever it may be, you're just putting new eyes onto that person. There's always going to be turds following turds. Do you know what I'm saying? Let them be in their own toilet and just flush them away. Don't even worry about it. I started my channel, as I said, to shed light on the prison systems, pretty much, and how inmates are treated. Now, I know that inmates may be very difficult at sometimes, and sometimes staff can be difficult, but at the end of the day, we are human beings, and we're being held in these private prisons where they get paid to house more inmates. You know what I mean? So the more inmates they have, the more they get paid. Why do you think all prisons are overcrowded? Because they're getting paid to house all of those inmates. The other thing is almost every prison also is understaffed, so they're gathering a bunch of money. So they want you to come back. What I want to do is never go back, and I hope that none of you guys also do the same. Prison's not for everybody. It's for nobody. You know what I'm saying? It's for the people that really need to be there. You know, the ones that are really out there and obviously are harmed to not only themselves but also society. I don't wish prison on anybody. At the end of the day, let people expose themselves, because that's exactly how it's going to end up happening. People may have masks, right? They may wear masks, but eventually they have to take those masks off. Regardless, it's their mask. You know what I'm saying? I make it for my subscribers and for those who are willing to watch and actually might want to learn something. You can learn from anything, anybody. It doesn't matter age, race, it doesn't matter. You can always learn something from somebody as long as you close your mouth, open your ears, and keep your eyes peeled. You know what I mean? Dudes like Jay, who've been in the game along with, you know, Lockdown 23-1, Josh, they've been in the game a little bit, you know what I mean? But if you notice one thing, they do not get involved into this drama stuff. You know why? Because like I said earlier, it has no effect on their life at all. So why would they put energy into something that is not going to not only be positive, but it's not going to be lucrative for them? No one wants to promote violence and stuff when in their channel description it says they're promoting positivity. You know what I mean? I definitely take notes to individuals who obviously have more subscribers than me, because clearly they're doing something that is working. So whenever individuals like Jay comes out with do's and don'ts, how to be more successful on YouTube, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Push content, obviously, be yourself, which is easy as hell because takes a little bit more time to be someone else that you're really not, you know what I mean? And just be consistent, you know, no lies. Because people will find out. And this is funny. Everyone that's done prison time is on a prison channel, right? Trying to hide yourself, you're not going to be able to do that, because if you've ever been in trouble, have any write-ups, people can look that stuff up. That's why I've kept all my write-ups and all my earlier videos. I've talked about a lot of my write-ups and popped them up and showed them, you know, for regardless if it was for getting hit with knives, for fighting, assault, stabs, you know what I'm saying? It's all out there for everyone to see. So trying to hide something is only going to hurt you in the end. Thank you very much for sitting down and watching and listening and consistently showing support. If you haven't already done it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification button so you'll be first informed when I upload. This is just a short video on response, as I said, to Jay Williams, how to be successful on YouTube. The more work you put in for your channel, the more successful you will be. Always focus on yourself and bettering and growing yourself, not someone else, because someone's not going to do it for you. So, as always, I send my utmost love, Lord, to respect. Hope you have a good one. Keep pushing positivity, and I hope you come back for more, guys. We gone.